What's up guys, Ben here and welcome to Motivation to Invest. ARK Invest is an investment firm which specialises in disruptive and innovative technology. Their CEO, Cathie Wood, has become an investing legend after predicting Tesla to go to $10,000 per share a number of years ago. She was widely regarded as one of the original Tesla bulls. But that's not all. Her fund has massively outperformed the market, and not just because of Tesla. What people love about ARK Invest is that they're independent and they think differently to many other investing firms. However, now that could all be about to change. So there's been a shocking headline which has been sent to me by one of the Motivation to Invest community. I'll credit them below. I believe it was Barking. So yeah, your comment is there below. And you said, Ben, this is big news. You need to check it out. And believe me, it is. So in this video, I'm going to dive into that. And I'm also going to discuss Warren Buffett and the fact that he has invested into a successful Chinese EV maker. And why didn't he invest into Tesla? All will be revealed in this video. But before we get started, guys, if you appreciate value like this, please give the video a big thumbs up. That really helps out tremendously with the YouTube AI. And if you're new around here, join the community and hit that subscribe button. And be sure, guys, all of you, to turn that notification bell on. That way you won't miss out on future news updates like this and exclusive stock picks, which I'm personally investing into. With that being said, let's get into these headlines. Firstly, a minority stakeholder wants to take control of ARK Invest, and Cathie Wood is pushing back. So Resolute Investment Managers says it will exercise its option to take a controlling stake in the ETF company known as ARK Invest. Cathie Wood has been in the hearts of investors since her major success. She grew ARK Investment Management to more than 18 billion in assets in just 6 years. However, now an early backer of ARK Invest wants a larger piece of the pie. Resolute Investment Managers, a distributor for mutual fund and ETF companies, including ARK and American Beacon Advisors, plans to exercise its option to purchase a controlling, that's the key word there, guys, a controlling stake in ARK early next year, according to regulatory filing. This option was included as part of the minority stake in Cathie Wood's firm that Resolute took in 2016. At that time, ARK was a small startup operating out of what Resolute Chief Executive and President Gene Needles has described as a small midtown office without working air conditioning. Earlier this year, in March 2016, the ETF company has raised its first big institutional allocation when the state of Michigan Retirement Systems invested $200 million. Before that, Cathie Wood told that ARK only had about $40 million under management. Since then, ARK has grown massively thanks to a large part with their bullish position on Tesla. The firm's flagship ETF, ARK Innovation ETF, has grown from $1.86 billion of assets at the end of December to nearly $9 billion at the end of September. So basically, Resolute Investment Managers are trying to take major credit from ARK Invest. They're basically saying to them, you guys were in a small town office with no air conditioning. We came along, we funded you, we gave you a lifeline, and now we want some of that cash back. But Cathie Wood is pushing back. In a statement provided to media, Cathie Wood said she and the firm's other employee owners were disappointed that Resolute Investment Managers and its private equity owner, Kelso & Company, have chosen to issue this unwelcome notice that they intend to seize control of our business. The remarkable success of our team is rooted firmly in a culture of transparency, collaboration, and employee ownership, Wood added. We do not believe that equity ownership by a party tangential to our business is in the best interest of ARK shareholders. So basically, Cathie Wood is pushing back and she's saying, if you guys try and take a controlling stake in this firm, it will definitely affect the integrity of the company and the success of ARK Invest. And I agree, the fact that Cathie Wood owns, I believe, between 50 and 75% stake in ARK Invest, and also the rest of her employees have a large percentage of ownership in the business, then that means that Cathie Wood ticks one of the major boxes when investing into any ETF or stock, and that is to have skin in the game. You want to see management, whether that's management of a company or management of an ETF, to have skin in the game, to have a large portion of their own net worth in the ETF. Then you know your money is in safe hands. So they're not just coming up with theory and collecting investors' capital, they're actually putting their own money on the line and their own skin in the game. That is one thing which I would say is very unique about this YouTube channel, Motivation to Invest. I invest my own money into many of these stocks which I mention on this channel. Now that makes a major difference because when you're investing substantial amounts into investment firms, and I've got a 6-figure portfolio, then it does make a major difference, not just emotionally, but all your senses heighten. You make sure you make a good decision. It's very easy to talk theory, but life is not theory, life is reality. But this takeover announcement is not a coincidence. In a regulatory filing, ARK said that Resolute notified the ETF company of its plans on October 29th. Just a few days before, on October 26th, ARK Invest had put out a press release announcing a request for the proposal process to potentially replace Resolute Investment Distributors, a Resolute affiliate, as a distributor of ARK's US retail and institutional products. So ARK stated, in the best interest of shareholders and stakeholders, ARK is commencing a process to evaluate potential strategic partners for US distribution. So basically, ARK Invest and Cathie Wood have assessed their strategic partners, most likely deemed it to be in the best interest of both shareholders and stakeholders to perhaps not use Resolute investment managers in the future. However, Resolute has obviously seen this regulatory filing and thought, okay, if you're potentially going to remove us from this big pie, then we're going to take control. And that's exactly what they're trying to do. So basically, if this goes through, this could mean Resolute investment managers take a controlling stake. And that means ARK Invest may have to sacrifice its independent research, which is the unique selling point of the company. If you're a shareholder in the ARK Invest ETFs, just be aware of that it may be affected in the future. Perhaps Resolute investment managers might state to ARK Invest board, we've got so many billions of assets under management now, let's start being a little safer, let's start investing into value stocks, let's move away from the risky technology growth companies. And that definitely sacrifices ARK Invest and Cathie Wood's whole investing philosophy. But that's why I personally invest into individual stocks and I don't really use the ETFs. As stated previously, the only ETF I like of ARK Invest is probably the Genomics ETF. And that's because it's a very complicated area. It's changing so fast, but it's definitely a fast growing industry. And that's why I believe that's a good ETF to get in there. I've made a great video about that, which you can check out. I'll leave a link somewhere here and in the description below. But generally, if you follow my other videos on this channel, which you should, I generally track a lot of ARK Invest recent trades and their latest stocks. So you guys can invest in the stocks independently with zero ETF fees. So that's ARK Invest. But what's this other news that I spoke about? Warren Buffett and his investment into a Chinese EV maker. Now, not many people know about this, but it's very interesting stuff. Now, so this is not a recent thing, but in September 2008, Buffett bought 225 million shares of BYD. So this is a Chinese automotive company which has recently released an electric vehicle. And now the current market value of the holding is as high as 35.2 billion Hong Kong dollars, earning Buffett in 12 years 18.6 times his original investment. So that's nearly a 19-bagger Buffett has made there on this company. Now at the time there was a lot of speculation and many people were saying, Buffett, why didn't you invest into Tesla? Why did you invest into BYD? Well, it's clear he still made a great return with BYD. And by reading in between the lines of what Buffett has said previously, BYD definitely seemed like the safer option during the time, as Tesla 10 years ago was close to bankruptcy. Well, has Buffett made the right choice? Well, he's made a 19-bagger and he's probably took less risk. So yeah, I definitely would say he's made a great choice there. Obviously, Tesla's a great company as well. But the other news really is that recently, the Warren Buffett-backed Chinese car maker, BYD, has announced strong demand for its new luxury electric sedan. Now, I believe sedans are one of the most popular cars in China, and China is the world's largest population, 1.42 billion people. They have a growing middle-class population, and they have the largest EV market. So anything that happens in China with electric vehicles is massive news. So in just over 2 months, orders for a newly launched premium electric sedan from Warren Buffett backed automaker BYD have topped 40,000. And there's also Chinese electric vehicle startup XPENG, which also posted some incredible numbers. I did a full video on XPENG, Li Auto, NIO, so you can check those videos out. I'll leave it links here and in the description below, analyzing the entire Chinese EV industry. So be sure to watch those videos, guys. So with my channel, guys, the best thing to do is probably just to binge watch as many videos as possible, because honestly, it's much more productive than Netflix and you'll learn a hell of a lot about investing. So it's definitely worth it. And you'll also be entertained, hopefully. So yeah, check those videos out in the description below. So the new Han model has a single charge range of 605 kilometers, which is around 375 miles. BYD is also selling a plug-in hybrid version at a slightly lower cost than Tesla's Model 3. Now this is major news because many Chinese consumers have stated that they don't have the same infrastructure for charging, and thus investing into a pure play electric vehicle is more risky for them. So a hybrid is a great option and allows them to get their foot in the door. So the automobile business and related products account for roughly half of BYD's revenue. The company is also one of China's major electric vehicle battery manufacturers and has a joint venture with Toyota, who was previously the world's largest car maker and I believe still is by volume. I believe they produce around 10 million cars per year, so that's a massive deal. BYD's Hong Kong listed shares have soared by over 200% so far this year. What are your thoughts on Cathie Wood and the recent takeover plans of ARK Invest? Do you think that will affect the company's integrity? Also, what do you think Buffett and his investment into a Chinese EV maker? So please do comment below and the whole community, including myself, will join in and answer any questions and have any discussions with you guys. And if you guys found some value in today's video, then feel free to give it a big thumbs up. That really helps out tremendously, guys, with the YouTube AI, which pushes this video out to more people. And if you are new around here and you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and be sure to turn that notification bell on. That way you won't miss out when I release future stock picks, which I'm personally investing into. With that being said, I hope you guys have a tremendous day and I'll see you in my next video. Invest safe.